Leicester City Football Club for the last 10 years in the Premier League. Unfortunately, it's done. Leicester have been relegated today after winning 2-1 at the King Power Stadium. Just wasn't enough. Unfortunately, Everton and Sean Dyche's men have managed to win 1-0 at Goodison Park, sending the Foxes down for the first time since 2013. I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. Leeds obviously go down as well. Big reaction here from myself. Oh, where do we start? Superfast has put a super chat in. Oh, wow. Thanks for the great season, mate. We all appreciate your commitment. Shame, but we weren't good enough. We have to be honest. We need a clear out. So maybe this is a good way. I'm glad you're positive, mate, because I don't know what to say at the minute. I'm flabbergasted how a team full of international talent has gone down. We've won the FA Cup in recent times as well. It's been a shit show this season. We go from Brendan Rodgers not picking his players that he should have picked. God knows why he kept Ward in goal for so long. I appreciate all the super chats coming in. I'll get to the TikTokers in a minute. Everyone is coming in. It's amazing to see all the numbers in. Rodgers picking Ward over Everson all season because he's got some sort of loyalty to him because he brought him in at Liverpool years and years ago. Dropping Soyuncu out of the squad. When he comes in when John Terry's here and Terry and them lot will say it was a baller. The guy got man of the match for me maybe 3 times. The list goes on. The medical staff getting it wrong. The injuries that they've allowed to happen. The training facility is a fucking mess. I think maybe, just maybe, it's the wrong thing to have. When you look at it, the season we won the league, they were a close unit. They went out for pizzas. They hung together. They hung about together at the training ground. This training ground is massive. It's the best in Europe. But it's so big, I don't even think they talk to each other. You've seen players walk in and out from the buses with their headphones on. They don't talk to each other then. I don't feel like they're a close unit this season. It's been a fuckfest this season. And I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of players that haven't stepped up this season. There's times and times again where you've gone, should have won that one. Should have took something from that one. The James Maddison penalty down the middle. Should have buried it. Jamie Vardy's miss, penalty. You'd expect him to have buried that. You'd have expected it to, and he missed. Yuri Tielemans giving the ball away and giving a goal away. Individual error after James Maddison did the same thing. All of these things have led to this. It's not one reason. It's not Rodgers. It's everything. Everything has come to this. We just haven't done well enough all season to stay up. And that's it. Today, we did what we had to do. We've got the win today. But unfortunately, it's not enough. It wasn't enough. Championship football next season. Holy shit. I can't believe we're going backwards. This club. The under-21s. Relegated. The women's. Only just survived thanks to Ava. Mwah, love you. The under-18s, I don't even think did that well. I think they were like one from bottom of their league. Shower of shit. It's just, I can't describe the feeling of watching a club go from where we've been to go into the league, to win the title, to challenge the top six, the big 6 billionaire bastards, to challenge them, to take on the whole of England with the FA Cup, going all the way and winning that, to this. I don't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're going to fucking Championship football next season. I don't believe it. We will be here next season on the channel. We will be here still doing content. But my God, what sort of content is it going to be? What players are going to be here? Top got too connected with Rodgers. At this moment in time, Luton could take our players. That's how bad it is. That's where we're at. I'm finishing off my jacks. There's not a lot left. I'm finishing my jacks. There's a shot. There's literally a shot. Cheers. Oh, fighter. Super chat. Thank you for being there for us non-UK fans with your streams. Otherwise, I can't watch the games. Up the chappy says Zansky. Appreciate everyone that's helped me out all season. Every one of you that have liked the streams, that have followed me on social media, you name it. All of you have been banging. Thank you so much for being there. It's been one hell of a season. And I mean hell. Literally hell. It has been hell. I don't know what we do next season now. I don't know. We did enough today, but we just did not do enough for the last few games where we should have got points. We should have done Leeds. We should have done Everton. Fuck me, Southampton took 6 points off us. We deserve to go down. Just for that alone. Just for that alone. A lot of guys in the comments with no pubes left. Ward would be a decent keeper in League One. Don't worry, mate, says Chu Wong. Oh, mate, I mean, some of these fans that are coming in are literally fans that follow the biggest teams because they live in Japan and stuff. So I don't give two shits. It angers me. Let's have a look. You lot deserve to be humbled. Prem went to your head. The Prem went to your head. You deserve to be humbled. I suppose you're a Man United fan. That's the thing as well. That's going to piss me off even more. I'm going to end up having to go fucking work next week. Next week. Oh, cheers for the super chat, Bob. What a legend. I know you're coming to banter me, but at the same time, I know you're there to support as well. Good lad. Hurst back to lead the attack with Dakar. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah. Going to have to get George Hurst back, isn't we? Hamza Chowdhury will be back as well. Oh, it's going to be a fucking mess. That Everton goal against Wolves in the last second saved them, which wouldn't have been the case. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They got what was it? A 78th minute equaliser in the 70th. Only allowed 5 minutes or something, wasn't it? It was ridiculous. It went over like 3 minutes play or something stupid. But look, Everton are being looked into for a points deduction, but it won't be this season. This season's gone. That is it. It is what it is. It's next season that they'll get a deduction, and we'll just end up in the Championship. That's how it goes. Tough shit. We'll have to get on with it. Feel for you, chap here. Hope you lot don't do a Forest now and stay away for 23 years. Mate, I can't. I can't cope. Don't worry, chappie. I'm going to have to go to school and get bantered. Look, fair play. Lads, local Leicester lads that are from Leicester. You young uns that support Leicester. This is where it's at. Loyalty. Follow it. Follow the badge. Your local team. Don't follow none of the Man United, Man City. Oh, I supported them because my dad supports them. Guess why he supports them? Because he was an image boy at school that wanted to support the big team. That's it. That's the only reason why now you support him, because he did. No. Support Leicester no matter what. Even if we go to fucking League 2 and play Wrexham. All right? But the problem is that we've built something. We've got plans in place for an extension to the ground. We've got plans in place. We had plans in place. I don't know where they are now. Vichais, rest in peace. Oh my God. I don't think Rodgers would have been in this club this season. I think he'd have been gone in the summer if you were still alive. But unfortunately, we won the FA Cup, and his son, Top, got so emotionally attached to him that I don't think he had the bottle to get rid of him. I mean that. And whatever. We are now destroyed. We destroyed our own success. We are our own downfall this season. We've not been good enough on the pitch. Results have not gone our way at times. Granted, we've had a few games where we should have got something out of that. But ultimately, we just have not been good enough. And it's down to many things. And I keep saying that. It's not one thing. You can't just blame Brendan Rodgers. There's many aspects to the reason why we went down. There's lack of fund, lack of players being bought in the summer, there's a lot of stuff. There's just, and unfortunately, we've paid the ultimate price, and I'd say probably one of the most successful teams of recent times to go down. And don't get me wrong, right? There's 20 teams in the league. There are 20 teams in the league to win it. And guess what, boys and girls? There are 20 teams in the league to go down. I'm not saying that the likes of Man City will ever go down, but they have been down before. That's the point. This league is built. That's what the triangle of the football pyramid is built. It is built for teams to go up and down. Unfortunately, it's us this time round. And I don't know how to feel about it except disbelief. I'm gutted. I'm gutted for the club. I'm gutted for the fans. I'm gutted for the city as well. Because the money that came into this city because of Leicester City Football Club and the success of Leicester City Football Club, it's going to impact a lot of things. It's going to impact restaurants and clubs and bars and stuff around the match day experience. It's going to affect a lot of things. Community involvement projects. It's all going to be impacted by Leicester's commercial failures of going down. I'm not sure how much money this is going to affect the club, but we have a gigantic wage bill. And some of these players are going. We're going to have to sell players. We're going to have to sell James Maddison. There's no doubt about it. He's got a year left. Sell him. We have to. We can't keep him in the Championship. We must sell him for 30 mil, whatever it is. We're going to have to cash in. The likes of Tielemans, he's not playing another game in a Leicester shirt. That's it. That is it. You're not going to see him again. Jamie Vardy might stay for a season in the Championship and try his best to get us back up as his swan song. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. He has got another 12 months on his contract, I believe. Harvey Barnes, another young player that scored a decent goal today. Is he going to stay up with the team? Is he going to stay with the team? I'm not sure. Mate, half of your team will leave. I think they will, Cho. I think they will. There's going to be a lot of players that are going to go. Granted, there is. I'm glad I didn't see Tete today because that was the worst signing we've made for some time. He was dog shit. Absolute dog shit. That Brazilian player that we brought in was crap. Beyond crap. Anyway, super chat here from David says, thanks Lee for the content and the great season. Also super for supporting us broke guys. Lcfc forever from across the pond. Rainy night in Stoke. David, legend, thank you for coming in and thank you for joining in the show as well this season. We've had a few phone-in shows. I've not got around to doing many, but I think we might just do some during the summer because I want to hear what you guys are saying. Thanks, Lee, for the season, says Gus as well. Another super chat. I appreciate it, people. Look, I appreciate the support from all of you. You're absolute legends. We've got 90 people on TikTok. I'm going to read a few people out on TikTok and get back to you guys. I love Iheanacho at Sheffield United. What you reckon his price would come in at? No idea, mate. No idea. Honestly, I don't know. We don't know the situation with how much we're going to sell players for. I really don't. Maybe 20 mil? I don't know. Ultimately, the owners are to blame. No money spent whatsoever, says Connell. That's it. You know, we even had Europa League football. No, it's not Champions League football, but we had Europa League twice in 2 years. We were pushing for Champions League football twice as well. You know, and bottled that. And I think that also run down to injuries as well. Don't forget some terrible, terrible injuries this club's had, like Ricardo Pereira. I'm not blaming it on injuries, by the way. I'm blaming on everything. Everything. Toon fan here. Toon fan here. No champion should be going down. Was rooting for you today as I hate Everton. Hopefully you can come back straight away, but it ain't easy. Suppose we will get Maddison cheaper, says Lee. I think you will. I think you will. Super chat in from Angelo says, I hope you go up next season. It's going to be a big ask. I tell you, I hate Championship football. I hate the whole thing of it. Vardy will tear it up in the comp. I don't think so. He's lost his pace. Not even a trip to Blackpool. We went down a year. You won the league. I honestly know how you feel. So sorry to see you down. Hoping you come back soon. Says Andy Abatic. Going back to TikTok, Anton says Castagno, Maddison, Barnes, Tielemans will all be gone. Who else agrees? I think Nacho might be on his way out as well. Selling Schmeichel and replacing him with Ward got Leicester relegated as well. That's another one. What the hell happened with Kasper Schmeichel? I'd love to know what happened. He nearly spoke about it. He nearly opened up about it. I think it was on like beIN Sports or somewhere. He was doing punditry and he nearly opened up, but he didn't want to say. He was so close to speaking, but it's a shambles. It's embarrassing. We are down. Leicester City Football Club have been relegated to the Championship. Probably the most successful team in most recent time to get relegated. Leicester City. I can't believe it. The Foxes are down. I don't believe it. I just can't believe we're gone. I genuinely don't believe it. You guys are in trouble, says Meerkat. That draw against Everton, Madson's pen. Again, it's not just that one. There's so many. Like the opening game of the season, we were winning 2-0 at home. 2-0 and we bottled it in the second half. And then Brendan doesn't even see a problem. On the first game of the season, he was fucking coming out with excuses. I remember from day one. What was it? Oh, yeah, they were knackered. They've had all season, all summer to chill. Man, it's been like it all season. I'm not going to pick individual players that haven't performed well all season because most of them haven't played all that well. It's been... the worst part is that quote by James Maddison will haunt him. That's going to get quoted and used over and over and over again. With what, if we continue to play like that, we'll stay up, we'll be fine. Look where we are. I can see a Sunderland happening, unfortunately, says Luke. Yeah. You never know. You stayed up, Liverpool fan, and I can't stand Everton. Hate them with a passion. Don't mind Leicester. Well, it's too late now. Now you're in the Championship. Player values will decrease because you are desperate to sell them. Clubs will pay under what the player is worth because they can, says Stoner. Yep. Again, another one. Spitting facts. We were supposed to have a new stadium as well. What happened to that? I think that's gone under the bus. That will go. That's gone. There's no way that's happening this season. We now have to get back into the Prem. That's it. We will be back. It may take 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 years, but we will be back, says Mateus. Highly, I still think if we sacked Brendan when Aston Villa sacked Gerrard, we should have appointed a manager then so we could... Well, you're saying that, Sean Dyche was spotted at Leicester. It was spotted at Leicester City. It was spotted at the Foss Park. It was spotted there. And I thought, it's Sean Dyche time. I was supporting you today. Core then Liverpool absolutely gutted, says Jason on TikTok. Unlucky lads, hope you come back up, says an Everton fan. Back into League 2. League 1, you mean? League 1. Does Dewsbury Hall stay? Yeah, he's going to stay. Dewsbury Hall is going to boss the Championship. I promise you that. Good work on the channel for this season, though, says Mass Aggression. Take your stupid happy clappers with you, says Jane. Ward has honestly the worst keeper in the league. I can't believe he was a Premier League goalkeeper. I know. Agreed about the goalie situation. We shouldn't put Ward in there. Well, look, the situation with Ward, we've already gone on to it. The situation with Ward was that Brendan Rodgers was the one to bring him in at Liverpool. Well, I don't know if he brought him in as such, but he had that loyalty with him because he was there as a youngster. I believe. That's what Coppish said anyway, over on Coppish. Big up to Coppish. And that loyalty there kept him in the club, in the starting 11. God knows how. And if it wasn't for breaking his hand, he probably still would, no, he probably wouldn't because Rodgers weren't here. But you know what I mean. He'd have still been in the squad. Hi, Lee. I still think if we sat Brendan... or just read that one. Sorry, apologise, mate. Top and Rudkin out. You guys are in trouble. A lot of people coming in saying you guys are in trouble. I feel bad as Wes Morgan was there as well. Yeah. It's terrible, isn't it, to see what happened. You know, this behind me, look. The FA Cup trophy behind me. You know, with Casper and Morgan on. It's history. It's gone. It's done, you know. It's done. The only bonus today is that I'm not going to get bantered by my father-in-law, Sarah's dad, because he's a Leeds fan. So that's the only thing we can do. Lee Chappie, are the streams and other videos going to continue? Yes. Yes, they will. They will. Don't you worry about that. They will. I'm just going to do something a minute. I do apologise. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just going to add the... I'm going to capture... this. Just bear with, and you'll see what I'm doing. I just need to... I can get the Whoa! What is going on? Whoa. What? Whoa, we're tripping. Whoa. Okay, that didn't work. Never mind. Never mind, that didn't work. They were knackered, but we made 1-5 subs versus Brentford, and that was a striker. They were knackered. I know. They were knackered. I know. Don't know what happened there, by the way. Well, don't worry. I'll be here next season supporting the channel. Cheers, my man. I appreciate it. Championship and Forest have never been little, says B Tech. Oh, he's a Forest fan. As a Villa fan, shame you've never stayed up. Smith done all he could. You know what? I've got to do something. I've got to call Wolverine. Because he promised me. He promised me that they were staying up.
Yo.
You see, he promised me that we were staying up. He promised me, so I'm going to phone him and I'm going to hear what he said, because I'm lost for words where we are right now. But here he is, Wolverine, Forest Fan TV. Yo. You promised we'd stay up, you knobhead.
I told you you'd win.
You did say that. To be fair, I'll let you off.
Hey mate, come on man. Decore, what was that?
I know. Where's it come from? You know what I mean?
Why is he suddenly the granddad scored like 100 goals in 5 games, man?
Oh, don't. Honestly, I feel sick. AM says, we'll always love this club no matter what. I thought I made peace with relegation after Fulham, but I was wrong. This hurts. It's killing me. It's absolutely killing me. I don't know.
How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
I've not felt this for 10 years. So it's a feeling that I didn't think I would ever feel again.
Yeah, I mean, we're here for you, mate. You know what I was thinking?
What are you thinking?
I was thinking of maybe, like, we take your channel as, like, the correspondent channel for the championship next season.
You're an arsehole, you know that.
You could, like, keep us abreast of how you're doing, Leeds are doing. Plymouth are there. They could be a tough game for you next season. You know, I think there's good business in it, mate. Because you got this whole new fan base that you can now interact with. I mean, do you know any content creators in the fucking championship?
Oscar?
You got Sorry Mike.
Oscar and Mike. Listen, Beat the Drop's going to lose views because I'm gone. Listen, are you listening?
The only good thing is my montage that I made the other week isn't wasted. At least we can play it on Tuesday.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to say I'm gutted you going, man. I wanted Everton down. It would have been funny. I thought you were there. You just choked.
No, we didn't. We won.
No, you know where you choked.
Oh, yeah, we choked Madison, many times.
Penalty, Everton,
yeah.
game over.
Yeah, that was the one.
Was it Leeds or Everton?
No, look, come on. That was one, but there was many. Come on.
That was the big one, though.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. 6 points. Southampton took 6 points off us. We deserve to fucking go down.
Even we took 3 off you, mate.
Yeah, but 6 points off Southampton. That's bad enough.
Oh, my God, man. We took 6 off them, and we won 1 game all season away from home.
Oh, God. A Forest fan here says, got a lot of respect for you for keeping streaming and doing videos despite being relegated. Not in it for the fame or the money, just being a pure fan. Respect the lad, says Stoner. Listen, the money just helps.
Mate, you've probably made more on your stream today than the value of your team now, mate.
And on that note, I'm going to put the phone down, you arse.
I love you, bro.
No.
See you in 12 months or 23 years.
No, we'll see. No, I'll see you in 48 hours.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm coming on.
Oh my God, I can't wait for me. You and Paul, Oscar, this is gonna be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be heartbreaking.
Right now I'm at acceptance, but maybe in 2 days' time I'm going to be in denial. So we'll see where we are.
Alright, man. I'm watching this stream. Keep it up, man.
Mate, see ya.
See you later, man. Bye.
I've made friends with a Forest fan. Pretty much says it all, didn't it, this season? Marcel the Legend says, to put it simply, Leicester knew majority of them not cared whatsoever. Little board support, and Rodgers was shocking. Don't get me wrong, but Leicester overall as a team was simply shit as a whole, says Mar. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Completely, utterly a shambles all season. It's not been good enough, and that's it. So close to surviving, man, says Wacko's World. But so close, so far away. James is not coming on stream, by the way, guys that are asking in the chat. Because in case I swear and stuff, how I feel right now, I don't want him hearing it, to be honest. So it's better he keeps his ears quiet, innit? Actually, very true, Chappie. Chappie's hugely popular on Beat the Drop. Cheers, mate. I appreciate that. It's shocking to me how the management of this team could, as bad as it was last season, from buying on selling players' point of view, says CW. We've all got our own opinion. I want to know your opinion. What was the reason Leicester went down? What was the main reason Leicester went down? I want your... in fact, I'll make a poll. What was the main reason for relegation? Okay, I'm going to put Rodgers, or I'm also going to put just the players, the board, or individual errors. There you go. There's the poll. I want you to get your vote in. What was your main reason for Leicester City to get relegated? And I want them. What was the main reason? They're all in there. Every single one of them there are added to the reason. But I want to know, you fans that are coming in, what was your main reason out of everything? It's going to be tough to vote. Make sure you pick the right one you want. You on StreamYard, Lee? Yes, I am, Winksy. Yes, I am. Even my gaffer is... we're live. Oh, mate, I am live right now. And I've got Forest fans coming in galore giving me stick. No, not good. Just not good, mate. Not good. I'm live. Got loads watching. And now my gaffer at work, who's a Forest fan, has just put, unlucky, pal. No! I don't believe even my gaffer's just messaged me, unlucky, pal. I can't. I just... It's catastrophic. Big Harry Suter, Panav. Got another super chat. Let's go. What's up, Winks? What's up? Oh, you want the link? Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll send it you on Twitter. I'll send it you on Twitter, mate. How do I do it from here? I can't remember how to do it. Invite. Copy. I'll copy the link in, Winks. I'll send it you on Twitter. Why, are you coming in? 1 second and I'll get you in, mate. Winksy. I'm assuming he's coming in. I don't know. Maybe he's not. I have no idea. Don't worry, you don't need to get your face on, mate. Is James crying, Lee? No, he's not crying. He's not crying. But get your vote in. What was the sole reason for Leicester's demise? Brendan sacked way too late, says Ethan on TikTok. Scott says sack Brendan too late. There was no heart from the players. Half of them out the door, says Shuki. See you next season from an Ipswich fan. Oh, God. I've got Winksy in. I'll get him backstage. 1 second, mate. I'll put my headphones in. You should be able to hear me. Winksy, you there?
How you doing?
Oh, mate. How are you?
I'm all right, man. It's disappointing. I can't lie to you because obviously I was born in this city and the city means a lot to me and so does the football club. Obviously, it's personal reason for why I don't wear the blue top. I've explained it before, but it's complicated. But no, I'm absolutely gutted, to be honest with you. I was definitely rooting for you today. I'm just thinking, like you said, if you think of the wider picture and how much money it brings into the city and improving things in general, it's going to be a massive loss. But I have full faith in you coming back next year, and I can't see you getting stuck. I really can't.
Well, that's where my opinion and your opinion slightly differ. Not talking about what it's going to affect the city, because we've already spoke about that. It just affects everything, because it's important for Leicester to be in the Premier League for the city in general. But I do disagree with that we'll be okay. I don't think we will be. I think we're going to lose a lot of players, and I think it's going to be a bastard to get back in the Prem. I don't see us bouncing straight up. And next season is going to be one hell of a season to follow Leicester on, especially as a content creator. I think I'm going to go through more emotions next season than I have this season.
Yeah, no, it's going to be difficult, and if it doesn't take you, if you don't go up next season, then I can't see it taking you forever. But I'm just thinking of the positives. I mean, especially for us, we obviously as a channel, we've never been in the Championship, so we can reach out to a wider audience that we've never had that before. And if you look at the positives for the club, and I know there's very little at the minute, but at the minute, I think it's probably best that you do a little restart. It would have been nice for you to have done that in the Premier League, don't get me wrong, but kicking players out like that don't have the attitude to want to play for your club, that is the start. That is what you've got to do, and there's players I think that were in your team that were staying that are weak. They shouldn't be playing for Leicester City. They shouldn't. I mean, for me personally, Luke Thomas, he's from Leicester, and I think that's probably one of the only reasons he's still with you, believe it or not. Yeah. I don't think he's Premier League cut out for me, but
it'll be all right in the Championship. But I just want to ask you, because there's a few people here that have got their comments in for the reason why we went down, and I'll read them all out in a second. So one from here, like Stoney, for example. Rodgers was a manager that stock has depleted years ago. His tactical and selection choices was fucking poor for you. But moving on to your reason, what do you actually think reason that Leicester went down overall? What was the main reason? Because the poll is just about edging Brendan Rodgers all in. But, I mean, every single reason that I've put there on the poll, Rodgers, the players not performing overall, or the board with no backing at the start of the season, or individual errors that have just cost us, like not scoring penalties and giving the ball away and letting someone score and stuff. They are just individual errors that can cost you points. It's not like a whole team problem. What was it, do you think?
I think there's multiple reasons. I don't think it's all down to Brendan. I think there's a lot of things that are happening in the background. For me, I don't know what's going on in your training facility, but the injuries coming through, it's come more of a joke now. It's it's become quite serious, to be honest with you. I don't understand how a club's running at Premier League level and not sorting out the injuries that you're getting, because, you know, you can have 1, 2, 3 injuries and think, you know, it's just a bit unlucky, but you're getting players now that are just constantly becoming injured and they're just not reliable. And I think one of the biggest reasons for me for why you failed this season is because you've not managed to get that lovely, you know, picturesque starting 11 going, because you've constantly having players, you know, having a good run of form, then having to take them away, and then you're having to replace them with other players. You know, you've not had that stable starting 11.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, you know, that's happened the last few seasons. I think you've been quite injury prone for a few years, but I think along with, you know, your problems with Brendan Rodgers, it's all just kind of mangled together, and it's just been a really crap season for you. You know,
the poll is so, at the moment it's neck and neck between Rodgers and the board of no backing and no, you know, commitment.
Oh yeah,
from
of course,
board,
yeah, that as
the board.
well.
So it's literally in between. There's an interesting comment on TikTok that I just want to read. Moon has put, most of the team today will go and clearly don't care, haven't all season. Do you think the players have cared enough this season, some of them, or do you think their heads have been wobbled a different way, and that, you know, most of them are looking at the direction of the door and thinking, well, I'm going anyway?
Yeah. I mean, I was speaking to a few people about that as well, and I just think, especially today, you know, you won the game today, and I thought you played very, very well. You didn't look like a team that struggled to score goals. You were creating chances, you were having shots on, and you weren't doing these sort of things in the games before. So why have you, as a team, left that until the final day, where the decision's not totally, you know, on you? It's got to go elsewhere as well. Why have you left it on that exact day to do that? Why not 3, 4 games, 5 games before? Because you've had plenty of fixtures where you're against average teams that haven't been doing very well either, where you could have easily pulled points against. And you're leaving it against West Ham, where, for me personally, you know, I think West Ham are a very, very good team. You know, they've got players very similar like you that are international level, very, very, very good players. And you pulled a smashing result against them. So I just can't understand what's happened there.
Someone's just put that in the chat on TikTok. Tom put, wish we played like today all season. You know, and it does make you ask, why didn't we play like this all season? You know, pulling out wins at home like that. You know, that was a decent performance for Leicester tonight. Really, I know we had no choice, but really, you should treat every game like no choice.
Oh, 100%. And I think, you know, look at James Maddison today. Sorry, just before you get into that. Look at James Maddison today. He looked like a completely different player. I don't know what happened to him today, but it was strange.
I don't even dare go on Twitter because of the toxicity that's going to get headed towards a lot of players, in particular like James Maddison and a few others that are going to get rid of their accounts and stuff. Okay, I can't do it. Go and ask James to take you downstairs. Because I'm doing this. Okay, that's fine. But just go downstairs and ask Mummy then, please. Good girl. Yeah, but I'm doing this, sweetheart. Please. And I'll come and help you in a bit.
Parenting.
Go on, go downstairs, please. James! James! Can you please help? Honestly, carry on, Winks.
No, I was just speaking about Maddison and stuff. You know, it's just a shame that it's led to this, because, you know, a couple of months ago you'd be thinking he was the best thing that's happened to Leicester in a long time.
James,
so
come on. Well, I need you.
So yeah, it's just I just think there's plenty of reasons for why what's happened here has happened. I don't necessarily think
downstairs toilet get Mum. Thank you.
I don't necessarily think it's all Rodgers' fault. I think a large part of it was Rodgers' fault, obviously. But I think, you know, if you've got to look at your chairman as well, like you've been saying. Why didn't he get rid of him quicker? I mean, you've got to put your personal reasons aside. You've got to put your best beliefs to the club, not just you personally. And I just think that's is the difference between Top and Vichai. I feel like Vichai was very much club based. You know, nothing personal. He'd always go off what his opinion was, no matter how bad it was. You know, look at what happened with Claudio Ranieri. He you know, you won the Premier League. Not a lot of clubs would then go on and sack their manager after doing such an incredible thing like that. But
Yes.
he did it. He thought that was the right situation, the right thing to do. But I think that's what Top lacks, unfortunately.
You're right on Top. That's a worry. It was that he got too emotionally attached to Rodgers. After obviously his dad died, Claude Puel, went out the door, and his first manager in was Brendan Rodgers, who was sort out manager really because he had success at Celtic. I'm not saying it's the easiest of jobs in the world, but it is on the relatively side easy to win stuff there because they're basically the only team in Scotland except Rangers. Having said that, he did all right when he first came in, and I thought, okay, fair enough. But do you think when we did win the FA Cup, do you think maybe because he'd lifted a trophy and it may brought like a bit of an attachment from his dad's days of winning the Premier League trophy that you thought you got the right man here and sort of got a bit too emotionally attached in a business decision?
I think a lot of clubs make bad decisions about managers. After lifting that trophy and stuff going downhill, he's probably thinking, we've just got to give him a bit more time. We've got to give him a bit more time. And then the weeks and the months keep going on and the bad results keep coming in. And you've got that thing back in your head where you're thinking, he's done all this stuff for us. He took us to the FA Cup. He's won us the Charity Shield. He's done all these little things as well as consistent top 4 finishes. Just outside of top 4 finishes. And he's doing all these sort of things that are very consistent. So he's thinking, surely it's just a bad patch. And I think he just got to the point where he was like, oh dear, maybe I have made the wrong decision here, but he's just not big enough to then go and say, look, I'm going to sack him. So I think it was just a sort of delayed thing. And eventually he had no choice. He had to, but it was just way too late. And I feel for Dean Smith, especially because like you said, that's now going to go on his record as a relegation. And it wasn't really his fault.
Yeah,
so
no, that's again. Rodgers has got away with it because he's been gone now 9 games, is it? Whatever it is,
Yeah.
8 games, 9 games. That's not on his CV. So next season, when he comes into the Spurs job, wherever it is, yet again he's going to get looked at and go, "Hey, he won an FA Cup at Leicester," and that's it. The media darling again. He's not going to get that downside, to his CV again, and it's rotten shame, to be fair, because he's part of the problem as well. He was just as much a part of the problem as anything else. It happened at Liverpool, and now it's happened at Leicester with Rodgers having a bad season after his first 1.5. It just goes downhill. Let's go to the chat. There's quite a lot of people in here. Everton next season, they're a mess. All these fans celebrate like they won the league. Embarrassing, says CM. Well, of course they're going to celebrate because they've just stayed up.
Yeah.
That's half the problem as well. There's a lot of fans that come in that support top sides and have no idea about what it actually feels like to be connected to your local side and going down, relegation.
No, I can't imagine it. It's horrible.
It's annoying. Rodgers 2 years ago bottled for the Champions League. There you go. Catastrophe of errors. Board backing, poor recruitment, and a stale manager who wasn't sacked fast enough, says Buzzer. Basically everything that we've sort of kind of said, really, already.
Yeah.
Players like Tielemans haven't played like in their prime at Leicester because they just want to leave the club. I think they haven't done their best in the games. A lot have underperformed. There's been a few good individual, performances, but again, overall, it's not been good enough. The poll is still 30 to 29 to 29 on Rodgers, players, and the board. So that's how we all feel. It's everything. It's not one thing. It's everything. Lucky you're off. Yeah, I am off work tomorrow. It's bank holiday money, isn't it? If we had gotten Big Sam, we'd have stayed up. I don't think that works like that, does it?
No. Well, he didn't do it with Leeds, did he?
No. I only had 4 games, to be fair to him. It's an impossible job. Let's scroll down a little bit to some more. There's got to be some more in here. You play Wrexham before you play in the Prem, says CM. Damn. There's a lot in here. You're not having James Justin was a pivotal moment for our relegation. Luke Thomas was shambolic under Rodgers. It's been, I don't know what happened to Christensen either, to be honest with you. Player that came in, looked half decent, but then just didn't get picked. It's a bit weird.
Because I saw as well today, do you know when they were fanning in on the players all looking at the phones to see the results? He was the first player on the pitch with his phone out trying to show everyone the match. You know,
Yeah.
and to me, little things like that shows that he's actually interested in the club. You know,
Yeah.
and then you've got Yuri Tillerman starting every single game, being bang average. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it's deliberately him playing bang average. I think he's got in his head now that he's leaving on a free. You know, and I think he's going into every single game, and he's just everything around you, all the negativity. You know, in the relegation fight, I just don't think he's been his best player. So he will go, obviously, but I don't know. It is a nightmare. I just feel like a lot of the main issues was, especially with, like you keep saying, was with Rodgers and his personal feelings with players individual. I mean, Schmeichel going, I don't understand why the hell he would have gone. He didn't really have a bad run of form or anything, did he? Really?
Know.
I mean, it was just like, get out. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden he's gone.
What do you reckon happened there? What do you think personally? Your opinion on that? Because I'm still bamboozled by it. I don't understand what happened there. I was on holiday. I was down Cornwall. I was for a week, and while I'm there, it's the summer, isn't it? And bang, this news comes in. Oh, by the way, Kasper Schmeichel's gone. I was like, what?
Yeah,
you know, from then on, it was just shit after shit. After we started the season, that first game against Brentford, and it all just went Pete Tong. Terrible. What do you reckon, Schmeichel?
I think he spoke up. I personally think he's saying that whatever you're doing, Rodgers, right now, it's not working. We've got to change something. And
the season hadn't even started though.
Well, I know, but you could just tell. I feel like it was a similar situation with Sionchu. I think he was just showing his opinion with certain things, and I don't think Rodgers liked that instantly. He was trying to show he was the boss, which is fair enough. You know, no player's bigger than the club. But when you've got experience like Kasper Schmeichel, who's been through everything with Leicester, he might as well be the bloody manager at this point. You'd at least think to listen to him. I can't think of anything else, any other reason, because he was just starting every single game, and then all of a sudden had this little issue with Rodgers or whatever, and then got kicked out of the club. And when he's came on those little interviews speaking about Leicester, it's like you keep saying as well, because I've seen a few times you've said this. It's like he accidentally slips some things, and he's trying to stop himself from saying things.
Yeah,
so
and Vardy as well. And Vardy as well.
Yeah,
he nearly said something on one thing as well. So something definitely happened backstage. Something
Vardy,
politics.
Sionchu and Schmeichel, those three especially. I think.
Yeah, I agree. Those three know something that's gone on. I'm not quite sure. There's loads of rumours out there on Twitter about Sionchu in particular with the big cock. There's loads and loads of rumours about that. So you only need to go on Twitter really and search up Cags and Rodgers, and I'm sure you'll find it. I won't tell you all about it. But I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out.
Well, you've got even Tillemans, you know, him leaving.
Yeah, he's
on
gone.
A free. And
He's gone.
Maddison potentially leaving as well. All those players might be able to reveal some light on what's happening here, because I feel like they've all had a negative experience, a group of players especially. Yeah. So we'll see soon.
Guys, get your super chats in, because there's loads of you here, and keeping up with the chat is really difficult. And they stand out as supers. They just go green on my machine here to put them up. Good to see Lcfc go down. Not many fans see their team win the Premier League and FA Cup play Champions League football, and get relegated in 10-year span. Oh no. Sorry, Maiso, you are spot on, but I've just seen a super chat come in, and I know who it is, and it's an Everton fan, and it's Mike, and I don't know if I want to read it or not. I really don't know if it's taking a piss or not. I really don't know. Mike isn't like that, but because of the situation, you know, having a few beers and stuff, I think he'd probably be feeling a bit buzzing. I'm going to scroll down and read it. It's highlighted, so here we go. Oh, God. This is for a beer, mate. I will always wish the best for you guys. See you after the next season back in the Prem. There you go. I told you Mike weren't like that. I had a feeling it weren't going to be something funny, but I mean, at the same time, is 10 quid get a beer, mate? Because he knows how I feel. Because at one point today, they were relegated. At one point, it was mad. And yes, we were all.
I personally think, you know, he's going to think as well that he doesn't deserve to stay up really either. It was a bit of potluck, but both teams have. Well, all those bottom teams have been shocking, all of them. So they've all got a piece of going down, but it was just how it's happened, hasn't it? So.
It's margins that have changed it. Margins, fine margins. Unfortunately, it's not gone our way. And you know what? Everton have got that in them though to stay up, because they've never been relegated from the top flight. No. And They had Sean Dyche. They got Sean Dyche in when everyone else should have got Sean Dyche in. Yes, probably the football's not sexy, but look what's happened. They've stayed up. We've not.
Do you think they'll keep Dyche? Do you think, or they'll get rid of him now?
Well, that's one you need to throw at Mike, really.
Yeah. I was just thinking off the top of my head because obviously now you've stayed in. He's not really one to go forward as such, is he?
I'll turn it around on you instead. Do you think Leicester will keep Dean Smith?
I think I'd give him obviously if I don't it's difficult. It's very difficult because we've not seen much of him, and I feel like he's done quite well in the short games he had. He's not done horrendous, but it was a very, very difficult task to turn around what's happened here, especially with all the other stuff around in the club. I think you will probably keep him for a large part, and if it doesn't go well, you will look elsewhere. But the issue is you're not going to get those good managers, world-class managers, in anymore because they're not going to be wanting to manage championship sides. It's just as simple as that. So you've lost out on that. So is Dean Smith now actually the best you're going to be able to get?
Yeah.
Or, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Or, are you going to have to factor for a worse record manager? I don't know. Maybe Claudio Ranieri's time to come back. Who knows?
God. Lee Clayton says, I think Rodgers didn't like the fact that Schmeichel had a voice in the club. I think that's true as well. Rodgers doesn't seem to like people that have a voice. He likes to be the man that's in charge and the man with the reasoning and everything else. I don't think he likes people talking. And as soon as someone has a voice, that they're out. I think that's kind of Rodgers' mentality in football. It's hard. It's a hard one to take. This. I suppose I'm going to go through a few stages here. At the moment, it's more like it's just hit me. Probably
in denial, isn't it?
Tomorrow, I think it'll be in denial tomorrow. By the summer, I'll probably accept it. But it's going to be a long summer now. I don't know how we go forwards on the channel for content. Obviously, it's going to be a very busy one with transfers going out. That's for sure.
Well, what were you looking at for wash-alongs as well now? It's going to be busy each week as well because you have games midweek now, don't you?
Yeah,
as well, so.
yeah. Next season's going to be, 48 games, is it? 40?
Crikey. So a lot of content coming.
It's 40-something games, isn't it? It's 40.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't remember how many games it is. It's 40-something anyway. So there's far more games to cover. And I think it's 46. Is it 46? 46. 46 games. Fucking hell. So 46 games to cover. I've just renewed my season ticket regardless. And I've asked for a plastic card again instead of the digital phone thing. So I am planning on actually going to games next season, particular if I find a new job. Because I've had enough, but we won't go into that. But yeah, look, we've got people bantering as well. Look, I thought you were a Big Six club. Never. When have I ever said that on the channel? When have I ever said that Leicester are a Big Six club? Wings. I've never said we are.
This is a common misconception. I think the issue was that everyone was classing, the standard Big Six club as no. That's it. They're never going to finish lower than that.
Top six.
You can see.
Top six.
Yeah,
top
that's
six.
It.
Top six in the Prem, not Big Six.
Like at the minute, I'd class Newcastle as a top six in the Prem. They're not a Big Six. You're not what's written down in history. But at the minute, they're top six. You know what I mean? So,
by the way, we were a top six side. In the 10 Premier League seasons, we've been top six side 3 times. 4 times, 3 or 4 times. One of them was winning the damn thing. It's hard to maintain being in the top 6 when you're not an oil tycoon owned football club. It's very hard.
Yeah,
it's very hard. It's very damn hard. I'm surprised Spurs have managed to stay as a Big Six side for so long without success. To be honest, I don't know how they manage it.
It's the brand. That's what it is with Spurs. It's the brand that's keeping them there. But it is.
We need Noah Warnock. God. Are you going to bed, babes? Yeah. Good night, baby. Love.
Take me to bed.
You want me to take you bed? Well, I can't say no. I can't say no to that, can I, Winks?
No, I don't think so.
I can't really say no to that. Guys, get your final chats in. I'm going to have to shoot in 5 minutes. Go and do your teeth. Go and brush your teeth. Go and brush your teeth and now come. Go and do your tags.
Wait for you.
No, you go and brush your teeth first and then I'll come and put you to bed, I promise. I'll sing some songs. Go on. And I'll come. Right. We need to wrap up. Jack Harrison would have been relegated regardless. Yeah. You know, that was a player that we nearly took on. King Power away day. See you next season. I don't know who you support. That'd help if you told me who you supported. That's a TikTok chat, by the way. I'm going to end it there on TikTok. Thank you all for coming in. I shall speak to you all very, very soon. Thank you for following me and whatnot. We're still live on YouTube for about another 5 minutes. If you want to jump over to YouTube and find me, you can. I'll end TikTok there. I found a way of getting your voice into TikTok, by the way, Winks. So when people come in phoning, people can still hear you on TikTok.
Oh, right. Cool, yeah.
So it's quite cool. So I've done that. Right, TikTok's finished. Lee Chabot, any chance Elon Musk would buy a club like Lcfc? Nah, no chance. You got no chance. He's not interested in sport. He's interested in space. Craig Shakespeare is at Maryland Chicken as we speak. yeah, I know you're lying because Maryland Chicken got shut down.
Yeah.
From a Newcastle fan, really didn't want to see you guys go down. I was hoping for the Scousers to head down, fight hard next season. I want you back in the Prem, says John. There's a lot of teams and fans out there that still love Leicester, but look, it's happened. We've gone down. It's new territory for YouTube content, and it's old territory for me as a fan because I've been here before in this situation. I grew up following Leicester, and I've got old following Leicester. I'm not old, but I'm getting there. Nothing changes. We're still the yo-yo side that has done it all in recent times, and I don't know. We'll just wait and see. The polls are in. Winks, have a guess what the poll is? The main reason for relegation?
It's got to be Rodgers, surely, I think.
Just on 31 points, 430 votes, 31% to Rodgers' 29% and players 28% is the board. They've blamed the board for lack of backing and and decision making, so to speak.
Yeah, like you said, I think it is a variety. I think it's a bit of everything, if I'm honest. But yeah, I'm not surprised.
I know. We're going to have to figure out next season about football and watching Leicester. That's going to be interesting. We're going to have to work on how we're going to do that for you guys to watch the content. That's going to be something of a challenge for me and Winks. But we will try and find something and find a way for next season for live games. Yeah, maybe we won't worry about that right now. Let's just worry about the moment, and the moment is that Leicester have been relegated. The owner's son never helped Leicester since your owner died. Your club has gone down. That's another important thing is Rodgers wouldn't even be in the job if Vichais was alive. There was no chance that Rodgers would have even been in a job this season, let alone last. Am I right?
Yeah, it's hard to say because, like you said, you just don't know what he'd plan and what he'd do to change it. Obviously, his son is a completely different person.
Go on then, get into bed. I'm coming. Get into bed. I'm coming.
Yeah, his son's a completely different person, so it's very difficult to say.
Coming.
But yeah, it's tricky.
Right, I'm going to have to leave it there. I have a 4-year-old that's desperate for her daddy to put her down for bed and sing some songs and read a book. So, I'm going to leave it there. Unfortunately, Leicester City Football Club have been relegated if you've just joined us. I don't think you have, but if you have, yeah, Leicester are relegated. I am in denial at the moment. I'm sure it will come at some point over the next few weeks or months. The realisation that we are going into the Championship. Any last thing to say, Winks?
No, just we'll keep going as a channel, and I'm sure you'll keep going as a football club, and I'm sure, hopefully, a few things will improve and stuff will start getting better again. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the challenge of next season. At least we've got that to look forward to. But I'm sure you're going to be very much knackered by the end of it. But yeah,
I know it's
see how
pure
we
pain. Pure pain. I feel nothing else but sadness and pain and regret and desperation. I don't know how else I can describe it. It's a void feeling here. I can't quite get over the fact that we've been relegated.
It's a hard one.
Right, well, it's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you, all of you, for coming in. Make sure you go and follow me on socials. All our socials are in the description of the video. I'll link you to the app if you've got it, like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and everything. If you haven't got them installed and you use them somehow for a browser, I am at Lee_Chappie. It's quite easy to find. Other than that, a massive shout out to everyone that's dropped a super this season and subscribed and helped us along the way with the likes. And until then, yeah, I shall see you next season in the Championship.
Oh dear.
Oh God. Right. So see you all soon. Take care, people.